Hello Minecraft friends, it's me Treethany. Welcome to the first episode of Journey Through Minecraft. In this episode we'll talk about some of the basic controls and screens in Minecraft, and I will time mark those special events within the video so that you know where to go to right away if you just want to go to a specific thing like learning what's in the different tabs. But uh, I'll also teach you about how to build your first house too in this episode. So we'll see how long that goes, and if we go a little bit longer, we may do that. But those are the agenda items for our episode for this time around. So sit back and relax. And the other thing I do want to mention is that I'm using just a basic custom skin that's out there. If you go to my profile, edit my character, you'll see I've just selected one of the custom skins here, and I believe this one is with the the biome settlers, I believe. Let's see if that's true. No, it's not. It's one of these. Maybe it's this one here. Yeah, it is. It is one of the biome settler skin pack 1. So I may create a custom skin just for me in the future, but for now we're going to use this pre-made custom skin. So like I said, sit back and relax, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. Please leave any comments and please hit the like button. So let's move on. We are starting a new world in Minecraft. I am going to show you today on how to get started. There's a few tricks that most Minecraft players do, but I'm going to show you what I like to do. And this is our starting point. If you look at the top left of my screen, there is coordinates. I like to turn those on so I know where I'm at in the world. And you could do that in the settings by pressing the option button, go into settings, pressing A as you select settings, and if you go to game, go to the right, you'll see over here where it says show coordinates. Turn that on by pressing A, and that is on position right there. And then go back and you'll see the coordinates. This is where you will start on Minecraft, and you normally want to build around their starting point, or you want to look around maybe for a village that you could start your base in. And if there isn't a village, you'll have to create a temporary home. The primary thing that you want to get at the very beginning of the game is shelter or a bed. If you can't get a bed by killing some sheeps, then you have to have shelter to survive the night, or you could fight at night. That's an option too. But a lot of people like to get a bed first. So we'll look around, see if there's any sheeps around. And the reason why you want to build close to your starting point is if you die and you don't have a set point yet by a bed, that's the only way you could set a set point. Your respawn point is with a bed, putting down a bed or left clicking on a bed. If you don't, then you'll always start back at your starting point, which was where I showed you at the very beginning. So the first thing you want to do, we can't find any sheep right now, is you want to get some wood. So let's get some wood. You could get wood from here, but one of the main rules in Minecraft is you never leave floating trees. And you hit the wood with your arm, as you can see with your fist. I mean, not your arm, but you'll right click and hit on the block and it'll eventually fall off, and as you can tell, it's really slow. This is why we want to get some wood so we can start creating some tools, and I'll show you that here in a minute. So as we get some wood from the tree by right clicking, I like to jump up and stack up some more logs so I could get to the top, because I don't like floating trees. So we want to cut down as many blocks as you can. So as you can tell, the leaves are starting to fall down. In previous versions, they would only drop down saplings, but with these newer versions, they also drop down some sticks, which is nice. So we're going to get the remaining pieces of block of this spruce wood. Alright, so now we have our blocks. So as you can see in my hotbar at the bottom of my screen, I have the map, and I'm scrolling using the left bumper and the right bumper buttons. And I have my map and my spruce wood logs and some saplings that have dropped from the trees. So as you can tell, it's starting to get dark, so we want to do either make a shelter or look around and see if we can find a village. Let's see if we can find a village, and maybe that village will already have a bed. So here's a sheep. Look at that. A wolf must have killed the poor sheep. We'll grab this because we'll need food as well. And we have some wool. Let's look around here. And this is berries. So to pick the berries, you press the left trigger button and the berries will pop out. You can see. And that's good. It's a good source of food as well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Reason why I was getting hit is because I walked into the berry. As you can see from my hearts, it took away a little bit. It's dark now, so the mobs are going to be coming out. Oh, look, there's a village right there. We could go to that village. I bet you there's beds there. Let's run over here to the village. There's a villager. Hey, villager. Oh, there's a zombie in the water too. Oh no, there's a drowned zombie as well. So let's run out of there real quick. I pressed the A button to swim out of that water. And if I didn't tell you earlier, I'm using an Xbox Slim. It's my Minecraft Xbox Slim. Here's a nice house. Is there a bed in here? No, there isn't. We'll close the door in case the villagers go inside. We don't want them to die. So let's go in here. Here's a bed. So let's go into the bed. So if I left click on the bed, it'll let me go to sleep. And that will also set my spawn point. So remember at the very beginning at 46.2 coordinates, that was my starting coordinates, and if I died, that's where I would respawn. But now that I've left clicked and slept in my bed, and my new spawn point will be here in this nice blue bed. Now if I broke the bed down by hitting the right trigger like this and completely broke it down, then that would reset my spawn point back to the very beginning, which was the 46.2 coordinates. So if I want to reset it, if you press left button, you'll see at the top left, my respawn point has been set. But because it's not night, I'm not able to sleep. And so my new spawn point is 131, 126. That middle number is the elevation. So if I go one block up, you'll see, oh, can't go back one block up. There, see, it's 75. If I go down, it's 74. So that is your elevation. So we have a nice village that we'll probably use for our base of operation. But what I wanted to show you is how you get started, right? So we got some spruce wood. We'll build a house somewhere here around the village. That way you could see how to also build. Remember, oh, hey kitty, that's a pretty cat. Some cats have two different colored eyes, and that is a fox. You can't tame the fox, but you can feed it. You can tame the cat with fish, and I'll show you that later in one of our episodes. So here's the village. It has a whole bunch of homes. I tell you, Mahjong has done a very good job, or Mojang, I'm sorry. Mojang has done a very good job in creating these generated villages, pre-generated villages. Before it was okay, but they've done a really good job with these new predetermined or generated villages to add into your Minecraft world. So we're going to go over here and build a home somewhere here. This is not a good spot. I want to find us a nice flat spot for us to build around here. Hi kitty, look at his pretty blue eyes. We're going to name him in one of our episodes. I'll show you how to do that using the tag as well. So let's go over here maybe. I just want to show you how to build. So we're going to get some more. Oh, actually, And before we do that, so if you press the Y button, you'll notice that it goes into a crafting screen. This button here will show you what is craftable, or you can show all of the things that you can craft. If you select it into craftable mode, it will only show you things that you can craft. And because I have a wool, right here, white wool, it showed me other wools I can create using color. So if I press the X button on a highlighted item and go over here to the right, it'll show you the items I need to make a gray wool. So I need a yellow wool and a gray dye, and that will create a gray wool. And so what we want to create is some planks. So if I press the X button again, it'll show you it moved my spruce wood up here. That number shown there is how much you have in your inventory to create these materials. So here I'm going to create my spruce wood using the A button. If I click it once, you'll notice that it created 4 spruce wood planks for me. If I click on it again, I get another 4. And you can see as I create one, it'll put a spruce log up here and it'll create a plank for me. And I'm going to go ahead and create all of it into planks. There you go. And what I want to do is create some sticks. Here's sticks. And if I press the X button again, you'll see this is the 2 materials I need to create planks. Again, the numbers here is just showing you what your inventory amount is that you can create. How many sticks for, or how many is in your inventory to make the number of sticks. So if I click on sticks, it created 4. If you notice, it moved my blocks, my planks down to back to my inventory. I have 42 planks that I could create a certain number of sticks. That 21 says that's 21 amount of sticks, and each amount will have 4 sticks. So if I click again, you'll see it'll drop to 20, and it gave me additional 4 sticks, and it took away 1 plank. The other thing that we want to create, we'll go ahead and create a few more sticks so it's in our inventory. And then the other thing that we want to create is a crafting table. If you notice in what's called our hot crafting location, we can where there's only 4 blocks, and you can only craft certain things in hot crafting. So if I create a crafting table, and now it goes into my hotbar, and if I press B to get out of my inventory, and if I press the right bumper button or the left bumper button, I could scroll to my crafting table. And if you look at the bottom right of my screen, you'll see where it says left trigger to place an item, right trigger to mine, which is, if you see when I'm pressing the right trigger, that's mining. And if I press the left trigger, it places the item that's in my hotbar down into the ground. And if you notice where it says on the bottom right where it says drop, if I press down on my digital pad, it'll drop 1 item. So I keep dropping. If I just walk on top of it, I'll pick it back up. So what I want to do is I want to go into my crafting table. And if I press the left trigger button, see at the bottom right of my screen, it shows you what buttons you can click on to do an action. The same thing in the bottom left of the screen as well. X is for crafting and Y is for inventory. So if I hit the left trigger, it will use my crafting table. And now I go into my crafting screen. If you notice, unlike my hot crafting environments, I have 9 boxes now. I can create more things. And if you notice in my craftable items, I have a lot more things I can create. The first things I usually like to create is an axe so I could cut wood faster, and a wooden pickaxe. And I wouldn't do any of the others. You might want to do a shovel, but it's okay. Once we get into the cobblestone, you'll probably never make any more wooden tools. You'll just use the cobblestone to make stone tools. And there's different tabs up here. This is the construction tab. It has all of the construction type blocks that you can create. this is the equipment tab where you can create all the different type of equipments like swords, shovels, and other things. And if you click on this tab, this is the items tab, and it has a whole bunch of different items within it, like beds, as you can see, rails, flags, and other things. And again, I have my craftable switch on, so it's only showing me things I can craft at the moment. But if I put all, it'll show me everything that I can craft in items as well. And then the last tab here is the nature tab. Not really sure what that is. Oh, nature stuff is if I do all, you can see it's all of the things in the natural environment that you can get, such as food, dyes, blocks, wood, and stones, and different type of stones or minerals that you can mine. So I'm gonna put it back to craftable. I like to leave it here in the all. So I can search, you can click on this and search, and you can put in, say, axe, and it'll find all the different axes. If you just press X to delete that, and then it'll show you everything that you can craft. So I created the axe and the pickaxe. Again, if you press the X button, you'll see the materials you need to create an axe. Same thing with the pickaxe. If I press X again, you'll see the different materials you can create a pickaxe. 2 sticks and 3 blocks. Again, those numbers just indicate what's in your inventory, how many of those items are in your inventory. So we've done an axe and a pickaxe. So now that we have an axe, I'm going to pick up my crafting table by pressing the right trigger using my axe, and then I could get more wood. So let's find some wood that we can get right here. Use the axe. As you notice, it's a little bit faster. The wood isn't that great, but once we get some cobblestone, it will axe that wood, or chop down the wood faster. The axe chop, sorry. Alright, so we're going to get some more of this logs so that we can have a bunch of planks so we could build our first house. So, we were lucky because we found a village. But if you don't find a village, creating a cave is your best other option. And to do that, you just go into the side of a hill like this, and just start digging in there like this. Use a pickaxe. The pickaxe is not really good for dirt. A shovel would be better, but since we don't have a shovel, we'll use this pickaxe. Or you could use your hand at the very beginning. So as you notice, here's cobblestone. We'll start getting some of this cobblestone. And it's probably getting really dark, and you probably can't see, so we will go back to the village, go into a bed, let it go, fast forward back to back to daytime. Hey, there's an iron golem. I don't know if you saw him earlier, but he's the protector of the village. You do not want to hit villagers because they will start attacking you. Let's go to sleep. And then that will fast forward us to daytime. That will help the villagers because at nighttime the zombies come out, all the different mobs, and they will attack the villagers and kill them. And you don't want that to happen. We don't want our poor villagers to die. It looks like our iron golem killed a enderman. That's where this ender pearl came from. And so we'll pick that up because we'll need that later. So as you notice, there's a chest inside this house. You can look inside these chests and get what you need. These have pumpkin seeds. There's potatoes we can cook for later. These emeralds are good for trading with the villagers. And then these other things are just decorative stuff that you could put around your house. Alright, so you want to go around and look at the different chests. The villagers don't mind that they share with you, so you can get that if you want. As you notice, I'm starting to lose food where my chicken legs are at the bottom of my screen. It's starting to look empty. We're gonna go ahead and kill this poor cow so we could get some beef from him. All Alright, I picked up some beef right here and some leather. Leather is going to be very important for us to make books later, so we want to get that. We also have berries. If you don't want to kill any poor animals, you could just eat the berries around the world. And it doesn't give you much, as you notice. It only gave me a half of a chicken leg. So you have to eat a lot of berries, a lot of the vegetables to really get your food filled up. But if that's how you want to play, that's great. But if you want to get full health, you want to cook your meat and then eat it, and that'll give you a lot more chicken legs back. Now, don't eat meat raw. It'll get you sick, and it'll also not give you a whole lot of health back, but it'll also make you sick. So here's back into our little tunnel here. You don't want to go too far because, again, because we don't have torches, it's going to get a little bit dark. And once it gets a little too dark, it's hard for you to see. So we're not going to do that. We'll get some torches for us so that you can see. I'm just going to get some cobblestone so you can see what I mean about our stone materials. So I'm going to get some more cobblestone, and then we will make some cobblestone tools that will be a little bit more efficient for us than these wooden tools. As you notice, on my pickaxe at the bottom of my screen is starting to get damaged, and the weaker tools get damaged quicker, as obviously because they're weaker tools, and so they don't last very long. So once you get cobblestone, I keep saying stones, cobblestone, you won't probably make any more wooden tools. You'll start making more stone tools. But the better tools are like your iron and your diamond tools. But that's later in the game. We'll start to do that later in different episodes. I just can't talk today. I apologize for that. And here you can see my pickaxe just broke. All right. So this is a nice cave. So if you started and there's no village, you want to get a cave like this created. Get your crafting table in here. So I went into my inventory. If you notice, it jumped from this block into my hotbar, and the way I did that is a quick move. If you notice at the bottom of my screen, it tells you what buttons you could press for an action. You can take half by pressing X or Y for quick move, and I pressed Y, and that's why it jumped from my inventory space into my hotbar. So I am going to place this in here, and I'm going to create me a stone pickaxe. As you see, press X again, you'll notice that the materials you'll need to craft a pickaxe is some cobblestone and 2 sticks. 3 cobblestone and 2 sticks. So I'm going to create me a pickaxe because I'll need that later. I could go ahead and create me a stone pickaxe because my wooden pickaxe is going to break pretty quickly. And the other thing I want to create is my furnace. So if I press X again, it'll show you I'll need, what is that, 8 cobblestones to create a furnace. So I'm going to create me a furnace. I'm going to move that into my hotbar, just like that. I could just click A, drag it down, and then press A again to swap it. And then I'm going to place that in here. So there's my furnace. And in the furnace, you'll need a fuel source, and then you could cook stuff in it. So I'm going to put a little bit of my logs in here. I'll put 5. Oh, I put 6. That's good. But if I put my meat, and again I press Y to just quickly move it up into that slot, you'll see the beef is starting to cook. And this is the progression bar. Once it's cooked, it'll come over here. You'll see the texture of the sprite looks different. This is now cooked. You could just wait till all of them are cooked. And I got an achievement for cooking my first piece of meat and creating a furnace as well. So I'm going to let this finish up here in a second, and I'll cook it. And there you go. Now I have my meat. So when I am hungry again, I could eat a piece of meat and I'll get more of my chicken legs, my food bar back. So as you could tell, it's a little dark inside this cave. If you haven't found any coal yet, you can make charcoal. And the way to do that is you can take your fuel source, which is some spruce log, is what I have, and then you could take some extra spruce logs that you may have and just put it in here, and it will create some charcoal. And we'll just create a couple so that we can make some torches so it's a little bit brighter in here for us. All right, there's one of them, and then it won't be so dark when we're inside our little cave. Again, this is great for when you're first starting the game and you don't have a house built yet and you want to make a nice safe home. So if we go back into our crafting table, you'll see that I'm able to create some torches now because I have my charcoal. So if we press X again on that torch, you'll see to be able to craft that item, I just need some charcoal and some sticks, and I have both charcoal and some sticks. So I'm going to go ahead and create me the two, and the two actually create 4 each, so I have 8 total. I'm going to move that into my hotbar, move that up here. Remember, I'm just pressing A to pick up an item and then dropping it and putting it back down. So now if I switch back to my torch, or if I switch to my torch, using my left trigger button, I can place a torch in the spot where my reticle is at. See, notice that reticle in the middle of my screen? That is where it's going to place the item. Earlier I kept saying left click. I apologize, I meant to say left trigger. If you do hear me say left click, I mean left trigger. I'm clicking on the left trigger button, not the left click like on a mouse. Or if I say right click, I'm actually saying right trigger as well. So now that we have our torches, you can see it's nice and clean. Lit up inside this room. We want to create a door. So let's go back into our crafting table. Oh, let me step back for a second. If I go into my hot crafting screen, I can also create torches in here too. So if I had another charcoal, I would be able to create here because all it requires is 2 blocks. It would be a charcoal here and a stick here, and I'd be able to create a torch. Alright, so let's go back into our crafting table, and I want to make a door. And you have to have a crafting table to do that. You can't do that in your hot crafting screen. So since I have spruce planks, these here, I can only make a spruce door. So if I press X again, it'll show me what I'll need, what materials I need to create that spruce door, and I could create one. So remember, don't press Y, because if you press Y, it'll use all of your materials to create 4 doors, and you don't want to do that. So just press A, and that will create 3 doors for you. All right, so now if I switch back to my door using my left bumper and my right bumper buttons, I can put my door. So it depends on where your reticle is, on where it's going to place that door. So if I put my reticle here, it's going to place my door right in that spot. So say I don't want it flush to the wall, I want it to go out some, so I would put it right here. Oops, sorry. Let's break that back. I actually have to turn around and put it right here, and now that puts it in front just like that. Okay, so now I have a spot. The only problem that does is that if I put a pressure plate, the pressure plate is going to go into this block, not real close to the door, and it looks a little bit weird. If it doesn't bother you, then that's fine. But see here, if I press X again, I can create me a pressure plate with some of the spruce planks I have. And then I'm going to create one so that you can see what it does. I'm going to go into my inventory, move that pressure plate into one of my hot swappable slots or my hot bar slots, and then I'll go there using my right bumper, and I will put it here. See, if I try to put it there, it won't let me. I'm pressing the right trigger and it won't let me, but I can place it there. So when I step on it, it automatically opens the door, which is really nice because you want it to close when you leave your house. You don't want any creatures or anything coming in. So if you don't mind that, that's the way you could do it. I don't really care for that, so I always flush my door right here so that it is right next to my pressure plate. All right, so I don't have a bed, so we are going to go back outside. I'm going to go, I'm going to create me a stone sword to help protect me out there. Here it is. Press X. I can see the materials I need. I need 2 cobblestones and a stick, and I can press A and I'm able to create a sword. It automatically went into my hotbar, so I am now able to go outside in the dark, protect myself, go back up here to the village. I'm going to grab one of those beds. There's some wolves there. So let's go inside here and fast forward to daytime. Poor villager's laying there. And I'm going to kick him out. Remember, press the left trigger and I'll make him get out of the bed and then I could go to sleep. Doesn't make him too happy, but they'll be okay. He'll come back. Once we get a bed, they'll reassign themselves to the bed and they will be okay. Alright, so let's go back. And the last part we want to do, again, that cave, if you start off the world and you don't have a house built yet, you can create a cave by going into a hill just like this. Oh no, there's a skeleton that's trying to shoot me. Alright, let's take him out so that he stops hitting us. Alright, there he goes. Alright, you mean skeleton. He kind of scared me when he hit me. Anyways, I always like also putting a torch outside so it identifies where my hole is, because sometimes when you're out patrolling or looking around, you're like, where did I put my cave? So if you put a torch out there, it will light up and then you'll be able to see your entrance to your cave home. Okay, so, oh, there's another skeleton. Wow, they just want to attack me. That's because when we were up late, all of the mobs started spawning up. And so I'm going to eat me a piece of meat. That will put me back to full health. And as you notice, my hearts will start coming back. Your hearts will not start coming back. Your health won't start coming back if your food meter is not at 100%. So if you don't see it growing back, you need to eat. Again, you can eat some of the berries, or you can harvest meat from the cows and some of the animals out. Alright, so wolves don't give you meat, so I would not attack them. They're friendly until you attack them, so I would stay away. There is a spider. During the day, they are friendly, but at nighttime, they are not very nice. So I like to go ahead and take them out so that, one, I could get some eyeballs and I could get string. Because you could use string later to make a fishing pole, and I'll show you that later. And a bow and some other things. So there's good materials that you can get. Alright, so my inventory is starting to get filled. What we want to do is create our first house. So let's find us a nice spot where we could create a house. We will stay close to the village because we're going to use the village as our kind of our home base area. But as we grow our world here in Minecraft, we want to create our own kind of home. And I'll flash some pictures of some of the castles and homes I've created in Minecraft before. So we'll harvest some logs from the trees, or cut down some logs from the trees. And remember, I'm pressing the right trigger button. That's the action button I need to do to start cutting down logs from the tree. And remember, it's important not to keep floating trees in your Minecraft world. Some people don't mind it, but most Minecrafters don't. You'll see a hint from Mojang. Let's get the logs over here so that we can stack it up. I jump, stack with the left trigger, jump again, stack with the left trigger, and that'll help me get a little bit higher so I could get the other logs out of the tree. But you'll see a hint from Mojang that says, don't leave floating trees in your Minecraft world. Be a good steward. Again, it's just a funny thing. Some Minecraft gamers don't like it at all. My buddies and I, we don't like it. So we always take down floating trees. Alright, so we got 21 logs. I think that'll be enough for us to build our first house. Where are we going to build it? Let's build it by the beach. This will be real nice. So I'm going to knock some of these plants out. I'm going to pick up that grass seed because that will be for us to plant some wheat, and I'll show you how to do that in a later episode when we start making a little bit of a farm. But let's go ahead and make ourselves a nice home. So let's put all the materials. Remember, I press Y to quickly move an item out of my hotbar up to the top. I'm not going to need my map, so I'm going to need my cobblestones and my logs and my planks. Yeah, I'll need those three, and I need my axe. And earlier I called this a pickaxe, but I meant to say axe. All right, so let's do that. I'm gonna move my sticks up here too, and that should give me all of what I need. Oh, the reason why the map is in my left hand is because it went into my hand box here. If you don't want it in your left hand, you just take it out of there. There's a few things that you could put there, your map and a shield that you could put in this box here. So if you don't want it in your left hand, just take it out of the box. But when you do a quick move, it automatically moves a map or any item that could go in there. That is where it'll put it first. All right, so I like to start my foundation when I first start with cobblestone. It just looks nicer. You don't want to make, and we're just going to make a square house for right now. And then I'll show you some tricks on how to make it a little bit nicer than just a square. But I like to start off with 4 on the walls. And the reason why is because I like to put my windows and the 2 blocks here. So I'll put another block here. I'll put another cobblestone. And I'm going to put a single door. So I'm going to put that. And this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5, because we want to keep that 4. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we want to close this off, and this will make our first square house. This is what everybody starts off with, is creating a square house, especially when you first start. You want to build a home, or like I said, you could build a cave like what we did over there. But if you're going to build a house, this is how you do it. You just choose your material using the left bumper or right bumper, switch around to the different materials, and then pressing the left trigger to place it down. Again, where your cursor is at is where you'll place your block. Oops, what I'm doing is not correct. I like to leave some room for my window, and I like to have a lot of windows. I like natural light coming into my house. I could put another one there, but we're just going to put it on the sides of the house right now. So there's my other window, and then that will close off that piece. So I'm going to need some more planks. So you could use your hot crafting screen, and I'm going to create some more planks for us. There you go. And then I'm going to continue building. So later on, when we do find bamboo, we can find some scaffolding that we could use. But for right now, we're not going to use scaffolding. We're going to use our blocks to jump up on to the blocks to build our house. So some people, when they build their first house, they just put a 1 block window. I like having 2 block windows. So I'm going to put blocks just like that. And then I'll jump up because I want to get up to the top. That way I won't have to jump up later. If you notice where my cursor is at, that is where I'm placing my block. Minecraft's like Legos on virtual. So doors are too high, so I'm going to close the top off, so that'll leave a spot where I could put my door, and then I'm going to continue close this off. So this is now our walls. So you could build it higher if you want, but if for a starter house, you just probably want to build it just a little bit high, not too high, but high enough where you don't feel like your head is hitting the top of the building or top of your roof. So now we need a crafting table. So I'm going to jump down. I'm going to have a little bit damage, but not too bad. And so I'm going to go grab that crafting table that we have in our cave so that I can make some other materials. Alright, so the way I open that door is my left trigger button, and I can open and close doors. I am going to get our crafting table. and go back over here where our house is at. And we're going to need to make glass. So let's put our crafting table for here for now. We're going to put it here for now. And what we want to create, the reason why it was closed up is because I accidentally hit the right trigger button earlier. This shows your crafting screen, and this just shows your inventory. So you can hit right trigger for your inventory or left trigger, and it'll just switch back and forth just like that. So what we want to do is create some stairs for our roof, and we'll need to make some more planks. And I like to use some wood slabs as well. Oh, you know what? Okay, we'll go ahead and do that. But we're going to make the roof with the cobblestone. Not actually. We're going to have to get some more cobblestone. So let's go back to the village. It's starting to get dark. We'll fast forward back to daytime. You want to not be out late because of the mobs. Again, I think I told you earlier that if you're out late, the mobs will come out and it puts risk on your villagers. They could get turned into zombies by their they'll turn into the zombies if the zombies attack them, and they'll turn into zombies. I could have brought the bed over here. I probably should have done that. Alright, so let's go back here. Oh, we need to get some cobblestone. So one of the reasons why I do like starting with a cave house or cave room, one, it's very quick. You don't have to build anything like what we did over there, but you can start digging down for materials. So we're going to probably run into some coal. We'll get a lot of cobblestone doing this way. I got some torches that we can put up here so that it doesn't get too dark. And then we'll get a few cobblestone. Oh yes, look at that. We found some coal already. That's awesome. We will mine the coal because we'll need that. You want to get, I like to get a lot of coal. My friends always make fun of me because anytime I see coal, I always stop and I get the coal. I like it because it has a lot of uses. And it seems like if you don't have enough, you never have enough coal to cook, to make materials and things like that. So I like to get as many coal as I can. So we'll continue to mine the coal. And my friends and I play, and we've had a lot of good times in Minecraft. I like to put a torch up just because mobs like to spawn up in dark spaces, and you don't want mobs sneaking up on you when you're mining. Alright, so let's continue to go down, get some more cobblestone because we're going to need a good amount of cobblestone to build our roof. So I'm going to take that. Put me another torch up because as you notice it's starting to get dark. Alright, get us some more cobblestone. Sometimes mining is very soothing. You just mine all day long and get yourself a lot of material. That is andesite that we're starting to see. That's a good material for building as well. In that nature tab that I spoke about earlier that I showed you, you can actually create andesite and this material here, the granite, and this is andesite, and then you'll see some white, which is dorite, and you can actually make that in your crafting table as well. So there are some natural items that you usually mine or get from the world, and you can actually make them. You can make them inside your crafting table. So let's get some more cobblestone. I have one torch left, and that is gravel. Gravel is very dangerous in the mine because if you're not careful, that can suffocate you. So we're going to use our pickaxe to get gravel, but it's better to use a shovel to get gravel. So if you notice how gravel just falls, so if you're underneath, that's why you never dig straight down or you never dig straight up, because if you dig straight up, lava or gravel might fall on you and suffocate you, and you don't want that to happen because then you'll die, and lava is not fun to fight out of. So you never dig straight down because you might just fall right into lava. So I think we have enough material to build our roof. So we'll do that. We'll go back up. I might blend some cobblestone with some of our spruce wood to make a really nice looking roof. So to get up, you can use stairs, but I just use blocks so that I have my stairs for my building, just like that. And I need to go over here. Hi, sheep. We'll harvest your wool here later. All right, so we want to make some more cobblestone stairs. In the newer versions of Minecraft, if you can make a stone cutter, that is the best. I don't know if I can create a stone cutter yet. Let's see. Oh, here it is. So on the stone cutter, I need andesite and iron. See, I don't have iron yet, so we won't be able to do that right away. When you first start, you won't be able to do that right away. So we'll just go ahead and make some stairs and some slabs, and that should be enough. All right, so let's go up here. We're going to move this out, move our stairs here, and like I said, we're going to do a couple cool things with the roof. So if I get my stair, I could start off here, and we're going to make a A-frame roof. So oops, just place that here. Oh, I'm not going to need this, so I'm going to put that here, because what we're going to do is step up. So we're going to need to put another level, and I'm going to put spruce stairs to make our roof two-tone, make it look nicer. We'll make your builds look nice, and you'll become an expert builder. Hopefully I'll be able to help you do that. But I'm sure there's a lot of creative minds out there, so there you go. Making our A-frame look nice. You notice what I've been doing with our, oh no, I'm going to need to get some more spruce wood. So I'm going to go down here, cut some more spruce trees down. Hopefully this wooden axe breaks here soon so that we could use our stone axe. I mean, I could have switched to my stone, but I hate wasting materials. I like to be a good steward to my materials, so I'm going to wait till it breaks, then I can switch. So I went to my inventory. I'm going to move my stone axe quickly to my hotbar. Now notice the stone pickaxe breaks it a little bit faster, so as we upgrade our tools, they are a lot more efficient. Alright, there you go. So that, I think, is enough. I went to my inventory using the Y button, and I'm going to create some planks. I pressed the Y because I want to make as many spruce planks as I can. This is going to be a little bit difficult because it's a little higher now, so I'm going to put another block so I can get up. Alright. And then, there you go. Probably going to need to make. So I'm going to put, oops, that is wrong. That is supposed to be stone, not spruce planks. I mean, spruce stairs. So I'm going, oh no, I fell down. Gotta get back up. Silly me, falling. To avoid doing that, you can crouch so that you don't fall off. If I crouch like that, if I step back anyway, notice I don't fall off. But if I'm standing straight up, it will fall. But, oh, sorry. I fell again. Let's get back up here. And now we're going to put this as spruce, because again we're making it two-tone. And then I want to put my stone stairs up here. There you go. So notice how it's flat. Yeah, it's not very pretty. So I like to extend it out. So we are going to do that. We're going to extend it out a little bit. There you go. And that just looks nicer, I think. It's up to you. Again, it's building is your imagination, so you can build however you want, but it looks so much nicer when it's sticking out a little bit like that. And we'll do it on the other side as well. There we go. I think I'm going to have just enough spruce stairs. And oh, it's getting dark. Seems like it gets dark so quickly. And stairs, and then we are going to go. Our roof is done. Yay! Let's go run to the village real quick. Switch to my sword in case something wants to attack me at nighttime. Hi, Iron Golem. He's the protector of the village. Remember, don't hit any villagers, because he will not be happy if you do that. And let's go to sleep. Fast forward back to daytime. Alright, we are almost done with our first home. We'll go back over here. And we'll expand this because I like to make a chest room. I like to have a lot of room in my house. But I just wanted to show you something that you could build when you first start off on the game. We are fortunate because we found a village, so we could use a village right away. There you go. There's our home. And see how it's kind of plain over here. I like to put either another stair, or you can put slabs just like that, and it extends it out, makes it a little bit nicer on the side as well, because you want to add dimensions. You don't want to just have a square home like what we've made here. But this, again, this is just a starter home, so let's make some more slabs and then finish this off. And that will finish our house build. There you go. I have a door, so I'm going to put my door. I'm going to change this to, oops, that didn't mean to do that. So let's get my pickaxe. I meant to put a cobblestone block, not a slab. That's why it went down there like that. Now I'm going to put my door. Alright, so I believe I have not made a shovel. We'll need a shovel to make the next step a little bit quicker. Alright, because we're going to have to get sand. Oh, where is, oh, that is right. Let's go get our furnace too out of our cave house. That way we can start cooking some sand to make us some glass. So in order to make make glass, you have to get sand, this material here. And we will get some. Don't need a whole lot right off the bat. There you go. Let's get this floor off. Who likes a grass floor? I don't think a lot of people do. We want a wooden floor or a cobblestone floor. Alright, we're going to make it just a spruce floor. Make it look a bit nicer. Oops. There you go. Cut this down. There you go. And let's get our furnace in here. So put our source. Oh, I forgot we collected some charcoal, so we're going to use our coal. I mean, not charcoal, our coal. And if I press Y, it's going to go quickly move my coal into my fuel source, and now I can cook my sand. And you'll notice it will make glass for us, so we'll let that make some. I'm going to make a, I went into the crafting table. I'm going to make a pressure plate so that we can put that in this door. So it automatically closes and opens the door. There you go. See, there you go. That way it doesn't leave the door open. And we have two glass blocks. We will need, I believe, four glass blocks to make some window panes or glass pane. So let's look at that real quick. Yeah. No, we need 6. All right. So we'll wait here. We just need 2 more. So far, our house is looking good. We're living on the beach. We got a nice neighbor, a drowned zombie. And we don't have any more torches, so we're going to make some more torches. There are a few other things that you can do to make this a little bit nicer as well. So I can use my slabs, and I can make a little yawning up there. I think that's what it's called. You can make it out of stone so that it'll break up the color. Notice that just flat wall doesn't look very pretty. So if I use this, and I can make nice door cover. I think it's called a yawning, but that breaks it up some, makes it look nicer. Our glass should be finished, so let's get our glass. Go into, oh, if you didn't see what I did, I pressed Y to quickly move it into my inventory, and then press the left trigger button to get into my screen. I'm going to switch this back to craftable so I can see it automatically show up. Glass panes, if I press X again, it'll show you I need 6 glass blocks to make a glass pane, and they'll give me 16 panes, and I think that will be enough to cover our windows, and we will be completely safe. There you go. If I left trigger, put it into those, and now I have a window. Yay! We are safe from the elements and the mobs. We just need to make some, get this here. And what I like to do is, there's 2 things that you can do to make some torches. I always like creating charcoal until I get a bunch of coal. Then you can use coal to make torches as well. Since there's a lot of wood around, I always like to make charcoal out of that wood, and then that will help me produce a lot of torches. It's up to you if you want to. It's just the conservative part of me of wanting to create materials out of an abundant source of items that's out there. It takes less than 1 coal to start making charcoal, so it takes multiple coal to make torches. So as you can see, I can make 8 torches now. So I'm going to put my light source here. That should give me a light source, and I'll put a couple here. 1 should be enough because one covers 15 blocks, I believe, or 8 blocks, I believe. One of those 2. I'll double check that. If you know it, you can comment and tell us. But I believe it's 8 blocks that it covers pretty well. So this is where we're going to end our episode. We built our first house in Minecraft. I hope you enjoyed that. Again, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, and we will see you in episode 2.